Right.
Everyone, this is Lori Alley. I am in Cali today, in case you haven't heard that already. And we are here on Move It Monday. This is, what is today? 17th of July, 2017, for those of you watching the recording. And we have our wonderful, amazing superstar, Miss Vickie Hacking, our ambassador for the English division, is here to share her tips and tricks about color and a bunch of other, anything else she would like to share with us, along with Theresa Espoda. Is that how you say it?
More. Theresa Moore.
Oh, okay, Theresa Moore, sorry.
Like we want more.
Theresa is here with Vickie to share with us today. So with no further ado, take it away.
Okay, Theresa, will I come up on my screen, or do I have to do something? Because we'd like to see ourselves, because the way we're holding our hands and things.
Oh, okay, I will actually make your screen go the biggest.
Would you?
So I will, so that you guys can do that. And then when we're done, we'll go back to the group screen. All right, and if everyone could please keep themselves muted while she's presenting, and then when she's ready for Q&A, we'll go ahead and go into Q&A.
Thank you. Okay, so Theresa Moore, Vickie Hacking. Theresa's a consultant that should be a leader, and I'm Vickie Hacking. I'm an ambassador. I'm claim to fame is I'm the only English ambassador. So
work in progress, baby steps.
Right. Baby steps, absolutely. Okay, so I didn't come up, Lori, I didn't come up for the full screen. So let me see.
Your full screen on the recording, and everyone else can choose speaker view, and they will see.
Okay, so I'm trying to find myself on full screen. So
up on the top right, you're going to click on speaker view.
Okay, just a minute. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay. I think we could.
Where did you say that was at, Lori?
Speaker view.
On the top. Are you on an iPad or are you on?
I'm on my computer. Enter full screen. Yeah. I entered full screen, but I'm not. Full screen's not here.
On the top right, there should be a little, it said speaker view or gallery view.
Yeah. Does it say enter full screen, gallery view? I'm looking just a minute.
Gallery view, right there.
Okay, there we go.
So gallery view is to see everything.
Yeah. And then I want to do so how do I make? We've got, okay, hold on. I'm looking here.
If it shows gallery view, then that means you're already on speaker view.
Correct. If you, there should be 3 dots on to the right of your picture, or on the picture of you guys.
Yeah.
You have an option to pin the video.
Those are the 3 dots, but it really didn't.
Yeah, it didn't really do it. Okay, so let's see.
We can work with that.
We can work with this one. We're all right.
All right. Well, we can see you guys.
Sorry for the little glitch. We can work with this. We can work with this.
We can.
Okay, so this is a presentation that you can do anywhere. It's like so fun because color is what women want. They want to know about color.
Vickie will have her little makeup color hand thing and her little gaffer bag along with her anywhere she goes to do the presentation.
Right, and so you can put it in your purse, and all my little tools all fit in here. So I can put it in my purse and take it with me, or I can take it to my parties, but I'm always prepared to do a back of the hand color presentation. So this is gonna be the palette for us tonight, right here. This is Theresa's hand. Normally I would be holding it this way and working with her, but for all of you out there in Jaffa land, she's gonna hold it up so you can see what we're actually doing. Okay, so we'll talk about this, and I hope you're gonna be as excited as I am about it. Even Theresa learned some new things.
I did. Tonight. We had a trial run, and I learned a lot.
So first thing you want to do is, because I don't think we have a spritzer right now, but we have our new setting spray. So this would work, and I'm going to just spray the hand. You don't need to clean the hand if you don't want to. And basically she's going to have either a little cotton pad, or she's using a tissue. So now we kind of got the hand prepared to do this. The first thing you want to do is you want to use
your Royal Jelly Milk Balm or Longevity.
The Longevity I'm using. I like the Longevity best. So I'm going to give her a stir, and I'm going to tell her how wonderful the Royal Jelly is. This is our premier product. This is the product that helps you look younger longer. and you're just going to love it. What do you think, Theresa?
Oh, it's luxurious. It's
I mean,
wonderful.
We have a whole system that goes with this cream.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome.
So I'm not going to show you the system right now.
Okay.
I'm going to show you color because that's what you were interested in.
I am interested. This
Tips
is
on
really
color.
nice.
So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take our darkest Royal Jelly foundation, the sampler right here.
Let me show you two ladies just so you get an idea. This is not a color, I'm not sure that I would use. This is dark, really dark.
This is really dark. So we have a light up here. Hopefully you can see what we're doing. But I'm going to take Theresa's hand and I'm just going to put a little dot here. Okay.
See how dark that color is, ladies?
And so what I'm going to do is I smudge it a little bit and say, oh, Theresa, you think you'd wear that color?
No way. That is just way too dark.
So you can have her blend, but I like to take control, this part of my handle. I like to take control because I kind of go like that and I say, see, look, that's not your color, is it?
No.
Well, I want to show you the beauty of Jaffra's Royal Jelly Foundation. I can take this, and that's why it's important that you have the Royal Jelly Longevity Balm on first, because you're going to actually blend it into her hand, and it's best for you to do the blending. Don't let her do the blending, because it takes up like a little bit for it to go in. But you've got to have that Royal Jelly Balm working for you so that it can blend in. Now, it's all blended in. Didn't leave a line.
Do you guys see the difference now, how dark that was?
And you know, it really and truly, if she wanted to kind of look suntan, you could wear that foundation.
That's true. And I think the point is that with the Jafra product, even if the color is not correct, you could be 1 or 2 shades off and it will blend in.
I always tell my clients, if I don't have the right color, I say, it's okay. This is going to blend into your skin, pick up your natural tones, and you're going to be happy. You know, so one foundation could go on people. All right, so here we go. We did our little presentation, showed her, and she's impressed, right?
Yes, I'm very impressed.
All right, so now I go back to the setting spray. I'm going to spray it again, and I'm going to have her wipe off her hand with the tissue so we can get it all prepared with the right shade, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to use the Royal Jelly. So just to try these products. And if you wanted to, you could use another one of the Royal Jelly Ritual products so she could try another product on. I'm going to use this one, but you could, you know, you could put another one of the infusions or whatever. You could use another type.
And if you don't want to carry that big bottle around, we do have the little sample.
Right, that's right. Go ahead, put that on.
Oh,
Make sure it's moist, okay? Make sure you put enough cream on to do this presentation, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the color that I probably would choose for her, and I'm going to say, this is the color I think you'd be the happiest with. So I put it on, have her blend it in again. It's going to go in, and she's going to be able to experience. You can't do the blending on this particular.
This color is definitely a lot better, but I was really surprised with that dark color. Yeah, so it blends in.
Blends in. Now she's experienced the foundation with the Royal Jelly balm underneath it, and she knows how beautiful our makeup goes on. So you've really sold foundation right now. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use, now we talked about several ways to do this. The translucent powder is my favorite. Okay, but we do have the 2-in-1 powder, and we have the pressed powder. I prefer using this presentation with the translucent powder, okay?
And this is the key. This is the key, ladies.
This is very important. You can't do this presentation without the powder. Okay, so I've taken my sponge, dipped it into the translucent powder.
You only do 1/2?
Only 1/2. Thank you, Theresa, for reminding. Don't do the whole hand or your presentation will flop.
Yes.
It won't be a magic show, okay? Because and be sure you put plenty of powder on that right side of her hand, okay? Plenty of powder. And then I like to tell people, because a lot of people don't want to wear powder. They go, oh, no, I don't want to wear powder. It shows, you know, I don't want to have my makeup. I don't know. People have a funny thing about wearing powder. They think it's going to show, you know, and that it's going to not make the makeup look as beautiful or whatever. So, but it does. It enhances the makeup. But what I'm going to show you is why you need to use powder. So now what we're going to do is you're going to take, I'm going to use right here the automatic pencil, and I believe this is the black. This is very important. You've powdered on one side and the other side, no powder, no powder. Now I'm going to take and draw 2 lines. And I like to do it several times so it's really dark.
Nice big black bold line.
And then on the hand that doesn't have the powder, the side that doesn't have the powder, we're going to use nice big.
And ladies, as she was doing that, it tugged without the powder. On the powder side, it just glided right on.
Yeah. So here we go. We're going to put more powder on our sponge. And now we're going to go over the pencil, the side that has the powder under it. And now the powder is over it. Okay. And make sure you powder it well. And you better practice this at home on your daughter or on yourself or whatever, so that you can make sure that it's effective. Okay.
Easy to do.
Practice.
On the hand.
Practice. Don't practice at a party or anything. You want
or at
to
least
make
try
sure
it one time. It's really easy to do.
So now what I do is I take my hand and I go like this and I go across. And you can see it just smudges right across. And then I take it again and I go across and I go across.
You see that smudge there, ladies?
And I go across. Now I'm going to have Theresa do. Can you see? One side smudges and the other one just, ooh, look at that. Now Theresa, she's hard. She's really doing it hard. So you got to let your client do it hard too.
But it does. It's like this one's faded. This one is still intact.
It's still really strong.
And this one's got big old raccoon black.
This is the highlight of the back of the hand color. It really is. This is the highlight right here. Everybody goes, oh, and then I say, just think, if that pencil stays in place, what will your eyeshadow do? What will your blush do? What would your lipstick do? Everything stays better when you have powder under it and over it, and there's nothing like Jafra's translucent powder. You'll get a sale for powder from every single person, and you've also sold the Royal Jelly Foundation to everyone just with that little presentation right there. It was so easy. Didn't have to touch their face, did you?
No, and then when we did the trial run too, Vickie informed me with the new tips that I learned. Just you can do it on the eyes. I mean, the whole face.
Mascara will go on better and stay on better if you've powdered your face with the translucent powder first. Okay, everything. So now let's go ahead and do the next step. The next step is we're going to use, and I'm going to take, we have the Drama. Yes. That's what we're going to use is Drama because it's like black, right? I don't know if you've ordered it or not. It's really pretty. It's black, white, and gray. It's
got
beautiful.
Sparkles in it.
Yeah, it's really, really pretty. So I'll take a brush. Oh, first of all, I have to have Theresa. I'm going to use the setting spray. And I'm going to squirt it. And now it's kind of like wet. And then you can even, if you want to, you can go again over it. And see, even with water, with the setting spray.
And it was still kind of wet.
It's still there. The line still is. She's going to have to take a Kleenex, a tissue, and really, really rub it off.
All off?
Yeah, rub it all off.
I'm having a hard time with
I mean, really, look, it's just going to be impossible to get off, but you can do it.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, she's having to really.
Yes.
She's going to have. There we go. Got it. We got it. Okay, so now we have it here. And so what I'm going to do is, again, but you really don't have to, but if you take this, no, I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to powder, okay, just to get it ready. Again, it's my matte.
And the royal jelly, but
yeah, fine. You could do that again if you want to, but you don't have to. We're not going to. All right, so here we go. I'm going to take my.
Did you put the powder on?
I did. So here it is, right there, in the very, very darkest. Excuse me, Drama. Okay, the darkest black. Can you see? We're going to use the black. Or am I taking too long? Okay, so here we go. Am I taking too long?
Not at all. You're fine.
Okay. Well, now watch this. Black is the Drama, the dark. And if you go to put eyeshadow on, you remember see how it grabs? It's like if you went to do this, it would go. You right?
And it did, and
it just grabs. So, but I show this on the hand, and so I let them see that. Oh, I got a nice big blob there. Now I'll take the black again. Okay, here's the black again. Dipped it in again. Okay, so here's the black. I'll put it in. Be sure you watch my video on YouTube. So I really go through this.
And the powder.
So I'm putting powder on. Here we go, powder on. Now, dipped it in powder. To be honest with you, I take my powder and dip it onto the table. And I kind of work with it there. Okay, now watch this. When I go to take the hand, I'm just going to lightly put it on, and look at how light it goes on. It's so pretty the way it goes on your eyes. You can work with it. It doesn't grab.
And it really glided on. It was really smooth. You're not pulling on the eyelids. You don't.
Here's your
that.
grab right here, but it's a real soft to blend it in with powder. So you take your eyeshadow color, you dip your into the eyeshadow color, and then you dip it into the powder, and now it kind of mutes it. You know how an artist kind of like puts white or a cream in with his colors because it gets it to blend better. You can get more different tones. Same thing, our powder is just like that to your face. Okay, so there's now you're gonna do the same thing with the blush. Okay, you gotta use a strong blush. You can, but I can still even work around it. But here's the blush, and you're gonna do the same thing. And with the blush, I use a different brush, but you could also use the little tool that comes in, that Jafra sells these, okay? They're sponge applicators. So you could take a sponge applicator, you could go into your blush, you go in and you show her on her hand how it grabs, because it does, it just kind of grabs the hand and you see blush, especially if you use a bright color. Okay, now you take it again, go across the blush, okay, and then go into your powder on top of that, and now you show her how pretty her blush can go on. And it just goes on real soft.
And again, it really glided, so.
And you're demonstrating to her eyeshadow, blush, powder, and how the powder kind of uses a matte for it. I just love presenting this because they're so impressed. Okay, so let's say that you are sitting at a party and you're showing Royal Jelly Ritual. Ladies, you've shown a lot of product, you've shown your Royal Jelly Ritual, and they're gonna want color. They're gonna say, well, can we put eyeshadow on? Can we put blush on? And I've always said, let me show you some great makeup tips. Okay, I'm gonna show you how that powder, translucent powder, can actually change the way. And so what I do is I do this back of the hand color, and then I invite them to let's have a color party. Okay, so I can get another party out of this. So I do Royal Jelly Ritual party, and then I do a color party. But how I introduce everybody to a color party is by showing this demo. So I set them up. They're going to, oh, I want to try that. Can I try that? Yes. Who's going to book a color party so we can all do this? And we'll do it on the face so everybody can see how to use the powder. Everybody can see how to use these methods that I've just taught you. So it's a teaser. Okay, so let's say that you're at a baseball game.
I'm going to back up for a second too. And then the ladies that do come and do not want to do it in their face, excellent ways to show them on the hand.
Show them on the hand.
Okay,
absolutely.
Back to
yeah, and so how are you going to do this? Where are you going to take your little bag to? You're going to keep it in your purse.
Say that you're in Starbucks. You're in there, you're getting your coffee, you're waiting in line, and then there's a couple ladies behind you, and you say, hey, they notice your little bag, and you say, I sell Jafra, and I can quick do a little color. I want
magic act with.
And then not only just show them, say, hey, I am new. I want to practice. Can I quick show you? It'll take less than 5 minutes. Can I quick do a 5-minute color hand, whatever we're doing here?
Yeah, hand. It's a back of the hand color is what it's called.
Back of the hand color.
So now you've got the back of the hand facial, and now you have the back of the hand color. You don't necessarily need to do them both at the same time. You could. You really could, but like I say, this has just been so fun for me to use the back. And I also tell them about using powder before they put their lipstick on.
Yes.
Before they put their mascara on.
This is the new magic product.
That's right. It's a magic product, and it can absolutely open up the doors for a lot of Jafra talk. And that's what you want to do. You want to talk Jafra, and it's a show and tell. And when you do that powder thing, they think it's magic. And remember, it won't work with other companies' powder. We've tried it. We have the best translucent powder on the market. You're not going to be able to do this demo with any other company's powder. That's how special our translucent is.
Which I do use a mineral powder. And this one is just, it's like finer. It's just a lot. Yep. It's really light. It does not really go into the creases of the skin. It just.
So we hope that you liked our back of the hand color. And if you'll go into the Amber Region Consultant Facebook page or the Amber Region Leader Facebook page for those that are leaders, I posted my back of the hand color that I did. Oh, I did it about 10 years ago. Oh, ladies, I look so much younger.
Diane just mentioned too that it was very velvety. Excellent word. The other thing too, tell them about if they wanted to access the video or a link from.
That's it. It's on there.
Okay.
It's on there. It's the Facebook. I put it on there, or you could just go into Google, YouTube. Go into YouTube and put in Vickie Hacking back of the hand color, and it'll come up for you. And you can tell that I'm younger. That's the one.
Great.
Okay, Laurie.
Any questions?
Any questions?
Okay, you guys, we can take questions. So just unmute yourself if you have a question, or you can, if you don't know how to do that, just click on raise hand and I'll unmute you. Try to take turns so we don't get a ton of feedback, but that's what we do. Who has a question?
I have a question. This is Evelyn. I was a little confused on when you were putting on the black eyeshadow for the drama.
Yes.
You did did you do one that was on the powder side and one that wasn't? One was very dark and one was more muted.
Right. You don't have to. All I did was powder her hand. You didn't even have to do that, Evelyn. You just have to dip your brush into the black and do a dot, and it grabs. It's there, and everybody's had that where they pick it an eyeshadow and started to put it on, and it just grabs. So then we show them by taking the same eyeshadow, dipping it into the black, then dipping it into the powder. And I like to take this powder and then just make a little, I spread it all over the table or whatever, so that I kind of got it to work with, and because I don't want to put the black right in the powder. So I just go like that and sprinkle it on the table, and I kind of move around with it. And then I take and dip it into, after I've done black again, then I get a lot of the translucent powder on, and then I go over her hand and show her. It's a magic. You'll see. You got to practice with this.
Thank you.
Go in there and get your powder and get your dark eyeshadow. It doesn't have to be that one. It can be any dark color. It's got to be really dark.
Right.
A navy blue, a purple, or whatever, really dark. And then you show them. It's fun. And you do the same thing with blush. Oh my gosh, you take, if you can find a really bright blush, and I don't know which one you would use, but we have a lot of blushes, but you take that blush, again, same thing. And sometimes you don't even have to demo with the blush. You can just, they'll get it. You say, do the same thing with your blush. And you tell them about your mascara. Honestly, if you've used translucent powder on your face and then you put that mascara on, you just get a much nicer application of the mascara.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you very much.
Hadn't you seen this before, Evelyn?
No, I haven't.
Ah!
Well, I have seen with the eye pencils, but I don't think I've seen all the way with the eyeshadows and the blush.
Yeah, but then I tell them about lipstick too, how it's important to powder your lips with this translucent powder before you line, right? Remember, you powder, then you line, and then you put your lipstick inside. It just makes the lipstick stay on so much better. Lining.
Kind of prevents the bleeding too.
Yeah, prevents it. Powder is amazing. Jaffra's powder.
Thank you.
Jaffra's powder.
Yeah, that's the key. Thanks so much. Good to see you.
You're welcome.
Esther, do you have a question?
She just answered it.
What was that?
She just answered it.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay, good.
Anybody else have a question?
Setting spray. You got to have something, and we don't have anything right now, Lori, that really would work, even though this is, I guess at the very end, I would take the setting spray and say, for the final touch, I'd spray and say, you want to use a setting spray because it sets the makeup.
Awesome way to sell that new product.
It'd be another product to sell with the back of the hand color. Setting.
Debbie Sassy is asking, how do you put it on the eyes for mascara without the powder settling into the lines around the eyes?
Okay, when you put your powder on, you go like this, all over your face after your makeup, okay? Your eyelashes naturally pick up the powder from that, just from smoothing it in. I don't mean to take this and go like that, you know what I mean, or put the powder in. It's just part of the application. Powder gets on those eyelashes. You don't see it, but
So
it's
she
there.
said this. She said afterwards, but before and after.
No,
Oh,
not on mascara. No, you don't put the powder on after the
That's true.
mascara.
I'm sorry.
It's just part of doing your face, Lori, with powder setting. You know what I mean? Then
Does it matter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Does it matter if you use a brush or the sponge? Have you found any difference? Because a lot of us use the brush to put powder on.
Yeah, it's same thing. It'll pick up on your lashes.
Okay.
You don't have to, it's just there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there. And when you're doing your blush, again, you put your blush on with a brush. So when you put your blush on, as you're going in on that brush with the blush, just make sure you dip into some powder. Put it on. But you demoed all this.
And Diane, did you have a question?
Oh, I actually have just a comment. I had a chance to see the YouTube that you posted earlier,
Yeah.
and it was so fun to watch. And you do not look any older. I have to tell you, you do not.
Really?
You look amazing then. You look amazing now.
Well, thank you.
But yeah, this time I didn't take notes when I was watching it, but I sure took the notes now. I'm excited to try it.
Oh, I love this. I really do. And I got so excited watching my little back of the hand color that I did. It was in Oregon when I was there. I got so excited watching it. I go, this is pretty good. I'm patting myself on the back.
It really works.
Yeah, this is a good way. This was a good demo. And so I really thank Theresa for being here with me, because when we were practicing, she was going, ooh, wow. So it was kind of fun. She was responding just like a client would.
Yes, I was.
You were.
Probably more so than what this video was.
Yeah, you were.
Thank you. It was great.
Does anybody else have any questions about this presentation? Okay, so since we have our ambassador here, Ms. Vickie, does anybody have any questions in general for Vickie? Because we have some more time if you guys have some questions while we have her here. If you don't mind, Vickie.
Oh, did everybody get to see my bee? Can I show my bee?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Oh, I can't see myself on here. Bring me back. Let's see where we are. Oh, participants. Okay, now we can see. Okay, so we did royal jelly last week, and we had a great presentation, and I really, really enjoyed it, on how to present royal jelly and how to do the back of the hand facial, okay? But we talked about royal jelly afterwards, but made me realize this is my beanie bee, right? Aren't they beanie bag bees? See them? Oh, she is so cute. She's a queen bee. And here you go. And when I talk about royal jelly, I like to use both of these as visuals. So like in this bee, she has really cute little antennas, you might say. But really and truly, this is where they the queen bee secretes this wonderful. It's kind of like it looks kind of like a lanolin. It's a Vaseline looking, and that's where it comes from. And it's fed to all of the all of the bees, the baby bees. All the baby bees are fed royal jelly, and in egg form. But what's so wonderful is that you can demonstrate it. This is where royal jelly comes from. They get it. You can pet the bee, you can talk about it and, fondle her and, and talk about the magic of the bee story. This is my bee story right here. And people pay attention. It's like when you get this little cute beanie bee out and you put her on her shoulder and you hold her.
And they won't forget, because that special product is in our product.
You guys, the bee story is what makes people revere the royal jelly ritual
And
line.
remember,
You got to do a bee story. You got to have a good one. Remember what? Did you forget what we're supposed to remember? Anyways, bee story, you got to remember to make it the centerfold.
I meant that people will remember because they're associating the bee,
Yes,
the royal jelly,
Yeah.
with our product.
they do. It's a real good visual.
That's what I meant. Is
And
they
if
will
you would have
remember.
been in Palm Springs, where you should have been, if you could have been, you would have seen quite a few of these go on sale for nothing. But I think on Amazon you might find it. So go on Amazon, take a look for beanie bees, and get yourself a cute little baby bee to fondle.
I'm not sure I would use that specific word.
Well, I do pet. I pet my
There we go.
Not a good word. Just like utter is not a good word either.
That's true, right?
You know, so just
So I've got a couple more questions here in the chat box. One of them from Lucy says, how do we get the mascara to dry fast so it doesn't spread all over the place?
powder. I mean, a hair dryer. I usually put my mascara on before I finish drying my hair. So a lot of times you might, do that. But I will tell you one thing, the powder is going to help. If you just have to make sure your whole face has been, and I like a sponge to put the powder on with myself better than a brush.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put the blush on with a brush, eyeshadow on with the but I like doing my whole face.
Which I do think Jeffra does come with the little sponge.
Yeah.
You don't like that one as well?
Well, no, because it gets dirty after use. I mean, I like a sponge. I just like the feeling of a sponge on my face.
So I did, there was I don't know if it was Monique who said it or if I was just searching for tips online or if it was a Jaffa thing, but I remember when somewhere I read that when you first have a brand new mascara, that before you apply it, let it air or like be in the air for 30 seconds so that it will not clump as much. Because right when it's first new, it's really thick,
And you have to take the tip of it, Lori, and put it on my toilet's right next to my vanity, so I don't. Toilet paper, tissue.
I probably,
At the very end of it.
Another thing that I read as a tip too is when you have the mascara and you're getting the brush out, don't pump it in there like you see some women do, because that's putting a lot of air into the mascara.
Right, never pump. Yeah, and then I think Sandy Gray said that you could take, if you wanted to, before you put it back into the mascara, you might take your setting spray and give it a little spray and then put it back in.
That's an idea.
Yeah, keep that moist.
mm-hmm.
Another use for the setting spray.
Right. I know that I think it was Norma Lopez mentioned that she puts a drop of precious protein oil in her mascara, and that helps with nourishing your lashes as well. I thought that was interesting. That's just something.
I'd be careful on that. I'd be
right?
careful.
That's what I feel like too. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do
I'd be
that.
careful. I like the setting spray because
It goes a long way.
this keeps the mascara wand lubricated.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
And then also remember that we have Royal Jelly Foundation testers.
Yes.
So I couldn't find mine tonight, so I don't know if they're in Arizona or whether they're here. So I use this, but I would be using usually a tester, for especially they have some really dark shades in the testers.
Yes.
You need a dark shade for that little visual.
Debbie Sassy also asked, what's your bee story? But I think you covered that a little bit, but I'm not sure if she can comment on if that was covered or if she means.
Hi, Debbie. Debbie, are we still cupping? I am. They don't know what they're missing out on because, we're not talking about it, but I'm telling you, it works. I love it, especially for me around my eyes here. Okay, the Royal Gel, my bee story, it is online. If you put in Vickie Hacking under YouTube, Vickie Hacking Royal Jelly, you'll find my little bee and me doing my presentation. I like to tell the story about how long the queen bee lives versus the honeybee, and I just saw that somewhere. So we have a presentation that somebody did, but they some queen bees have lived up to 15 years, and I like to talk about how it's secreted. The royal jelly is, and we get ours from the Royal and American Bee Association, and that it's certified the finest royal jelly that you can get. And I like to tell them about, the bee story is basically she's immune to all diseases. So again, when I'm saying these things, I am petting my bee, okay? Stroking. Okay. So anyways, as I talk about her, it's fun to talk about her and look at the bee as I'm giving this story. And, and I love the fact that she's immune to all diseases. So when a disease called foul brood, this is all under, if you do a Google search on royal jelly, it's really fun to learn. You got to go out there and find some things that really grab you that you want to share with your clients. And then also the royal jelly. You have to be careful about this one, that she's responsible for all of the eggs that are developed. Okay. But sometimes people go, oh, it's going to make me have babies. I don't know. This is years ago. So you got to be careful about, oh, she's larger. That was the other thing I had to be careful about. The queen bee, how you recognize her is she's 3 to 4 times larger than all the honeybees. So, but you know what? In the insect kingdom, size means,
Matters.
well, yes, size matters. Size means you have power, okay? So you want your queen to be a big queen. And again, like I say, there's that disease, foul brood, that hits the hive, and the queen survives. And because she's immune to all diseases, could wipe out a hive, but not the queen. So the remarkable things about a queen bee, royal jelly. And the queen produces royal jelly. And royal jelly's been, if you haven't seen that video that Jaffer has on royal jelly, that's really good too. So you need to just do a little investigating, come up with your own story. And like I say, my little beanie bee helps me with my royal jelly story.
I love it. Does anybody else have any questions about royal jelly, color, or anything else you'd like to ask Vickie while you've got her here?
Be sure you use a black pencil. It can't be brown. It's got to be, and I like the automatic. Even though the pencil still works, but it's got to be soft. It's got to be something that goes on. So it can't go on where it doesn't smooth on well. So automatic is probably the best. And then again, I'm going to remind you, put all your tools in here. So I have cotton pads in here. I have my little testers in here. I have everything in here. My dark shadow, eyeshadow, and my brushes and things that are just for the back of the hand color, with tissues, things like that, so that you've got it ready so that you can show it wherever you go. It's a hit at parties. I'm telling you, they think it's magic, and most women do not know that a translucent powder will do those things for them. They just don't know. So it's just a perfect lead-in to a color party.
And then you include royal jelly in your color parties as well, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Royal jelly, oh my gosh, the balm and the cream and that.
Well, yeah, because we have to prepare our face, so you don't really sell everything in the royal jelly ritual line, but you have to have those products to put on, Lori. They have to clean their face. They have to do those things to prepare for. But what I like about this is they're going to buy. I'm telling you, they get out your color charts. They're going to say, I want that eyeshadow. I want this. I want that. And I'm hoping Jaffer will come out with a color set so that we have a royal jelly ritual set and we have a royal jelly color set. That would be so perfect. That would go along with, with the mascara and the pencil, the powder, those kinds of things. Again, I haven't tried this presentation with the 2-in-1 powder or the press powder. I don't know. You can't sprinkle it. You can't work with it as well. And then you'd have to take your eyeshadow and your blush and mix it into your press powder. I like putting it on your vanity and working with it there when you're doing the blush or with the eyeshadow, so that you don't mess up the actual product, you don't want to do that.
Right. All right, let's see. Anybody else have any questions?
Didn't Theresa do a great job tonight?
Thank you,
yes,
thank you.
Theresa.
Wonderful. All right. Well, if nobody has any other questions, we will stop the recording. I just want to give one more chance if any of you want to raise your hand.
I want to remind them one more time to go, if they want to see this, YouTube, Vickie Hacking, you put that in. It's Hacking, Vickie, Vickie, and then just put in those words, royal jelly presentation, back of the hand color, and then watch my back of the hand facial. I've done that also. And you could watch all my videos that I do with all these tips.
Hey, Vickie, this is Helen.
Hi, Helen.
Hi, thank you. This was great. I learned at a meeting a while back Christy had said to use 3 different kinds of mascara. So you put on one formula of mascara, kind of let it dry, then put on a second one, put on a third one. And when you do it, oh, your lashes are beautiful. They look longer, they're thicker, and it's a great upsell.
You know, Helen, I do that. You're right. I didn't even think about talking about that, but yeah, I use at least 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question is going to be asked. Which 2 do you love?
I like the curling and the long lasting myself. What do you like, Theresa?
I say the Curl X.
Yeah, the Curl X.
I
like the maximizing one.
That's how I am too.
So there's your 2.
All right. And then Patricia Clover, her question is, Kajal eyeliner, do you find it to be hard to use?
You know, that's a good one, Patricia. I find some of the batches are, but what I understand is you take a tissue and you take that Kajal liner and you rub it and get it working again. Okay, so you have to kind of, sometimes I do it on the back of my hand. I'll get it working again. It just needs to be, I don't know what the right word is. You can't sharpen it, but you need to move it a little bit. So it just depends on the batch. But I think as they get older in the product, they're harder to put on because the ones that I received recently are so soft. I just love it. I love the Kajal liner. And I also love the new felt tip one. I know Lori really uses that. She has that on tonight. That's her claim to fame. And but I also like the one in the little bottle, you know, the Inkwell one. And again, when I take the Kajal and then I take the Inkwell and just dot a little bit over it, and be sure you get the Q-tips. They make them really the hard. There's the soft one, but you want to get the one for makeup at Walmart or wherever. But it's what do? They press that cotton pad. It's the Q-tip is pressed, so it isn't soft. It is really good to go over your eyes and for any smearing or anything. So when you buy Q-tips, be sure you look for the one in the makeup department.
New tip to learn. Did not know about that one. I've been taking the old one and just wetting it down.
No. Yeah, there are 2 types, and one is made for makeup, and I want to say it's pressed cotton. It's really in there, strong. It will not fiber up. It stays stuck. I don't even know how you say it. It's kind of like it's pressed. It's pressed. It's a pressed Q-tip. But they have them. You'll see them there. There's 2 kinds. And one is made for makeup. And I love it because you can really go in and you don't have all that cotton flaking or anything.
This one, Vickie?
Yeah, looks right.
Yeah, that looks right. Thank you. That's it.
It's like one end is going to be more pointed and the other end is very flat.
Yeah, and it doesn't separate like the Q-tips do. You know, they kind of like come unraveled or whatever, and then they get into your, I don't like them. I like those, right?
So I get these at Walmart in the nail care area because these, because they use them a lot to move the nail polish around your cuticles and stuff like that. So that's where I find mine at. In my Walmart. Every Walmart's going to be different, but in my Walmart, it's in the nail care area.
Yeah. Show them again. Can we see them? I can't see them real well on your screen, but show them again. Yeah. See, they're just different. They're pressed. They don't unravel. The cotton doesn't unravel. And they say applicators. Yeah. That's the right one. So for all of you that don't have it, you'll find that when you put your eye makeup on, you know, it's really nice. It's not good for putting on eyeshadow or blush or anything like that. That's for sure. It's just really good for cleaning up around the eye when you're using eyeliner, any type of eyeliner. Because whatever it be, that's the one you want to use to clean up.
If she talks when you show the package, if she talks, it will come up into the white screen. If she can talk and show the package. Okay. So it will come up on the white screen.
Oh, I
And
see.
we can
Hold on,
see
hold
better.
on just a second, because I'm running two computers. One's recording and one's here. 1 second.
Give me a second. Let me go inside because I'm actually outside right now.
Oh, that's good.
And by the way, I
Sorry.
use the same
Hi.
one. And my Walmart has it too. I buy it there too. So I think it's
Yeah, no, I was just outside. So let's try this. Can you see that?
Yes.
just
So the top part is like a pointy, I don't know if the light is doing very good. It's really pointed at that top part. And then your bottom part is a really flat, ovally kind of thing. I don't know if you guys can see that very well.
Take one out.
take one out and put it in front of your hands.
All right, give me a second.
Yeah.
Just talk
Nice.
where you show.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm going to turn my phone a different direction.
It
How's
is
that?
hard holding the phone and doing that.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yes, very well.
Mhm.
So the top part is pointed, and then the other side is like a flat oval.
And it's pressed.
Yes, it's pressed. They're very hard on both ends. But like the packaging, on my packaging, it actually says for precision touch-ups and application of cosmetics and nail art. That's why I find mine in the nail art section.
And one other thing that I would really, something that we should probably, you know, the false eyelashes, the ones that are put on, they're everywhere. I mean, first of all, you can tell everybody that has them that they're false eyelashes. But I'm going to just tell you that they do destroy your lashes. So it takes probably 2 years to grow out good lashes again.
Wow.
So I tell people, you know, if you wear those or have them put on, you won't have your lashes anymore. So if you ever when you commit to that, you're committing to having either putting your own false eyelashes on, because I did that in my 30s. I used to use the strips and put them on, and all of my eyelashes, they were gone. So I just had to work with nothing for years. And so I just really caution all of you that think you're going to go out and have your lashes put on. Be careful, because when you do that, you're committing to not having any lashes.
And Vickie, if you use the extra body balm on top of your eye creams at night, it really does go in.
No, I use it to remove my eye makeup.
I know it. I mean, the extra body balm is such an amazing product.
Oh,
And
so
it really does stimulate root growth. So it works really well too.
And it also is wonderful to take off your eye makeup.
Yes, it is.
Are you talking about the royal jelly, the new one? Or are you talking about the protein extra care balm?
The one we've had for 1,000 years, it used to be the extra care cream.
Oh, wait a minute, Helen. I'm using the new royal jelly one. The royal jelly, what is it called? Balm? That's the one I'm using, Helen. I like it much better than the extra care. So
on top of all of that, I put extra care.
Oh, okay. Well, the extra care, precious protein extra care balm is quite oily.
Yeah,
okay? So many of you won't like it because it's going to leave your eyes kind of oily afterwards. But the new, soothing. The new soothing royal jelly balm will not. It takes your eye makeup off beautifully, and I'm putting royal jelly into my eyes area. So I think it's better, Helen.
Okay, but I will just tell you that you take your spatula, you stick it in, and you bring it out. You don't do a scoop. You just use barely anything.
Right.
And it does seem to stimulate root growth on your lashes.
And like Helen, she uses both.
I use it all.
She uses it all.
Nice. Okay, ladies, unless we have any other questions, I think that would be it. I've got, Esther, do you have another one? No? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. All right, I'm going to stop the recording, but thank you, Vickie and Theresa, so much for being on here and sharing. This is great. There's a ton of such wonderful information that we can go out and use immediately. So that's always good. Thank you for taking time to be with us, and we'll definitely have to go look at those videos on YouTube. And of course, this one was recorded, so we will also post the link to this one for those of you who want to watch it again. But thank you again, and hopefully you guys will all stay cool.
I got the air conditioning going.
I know, exactly. All right.